Well, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day in which I have still my bracelets over on the hamster cage underneath some stuff. I haven't got it picked up yet. My sincere apologies. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, it's another brand new day. It's Sunday? Question mark? It is Sunday, and yay! Another brand new day. It has been not as wet yesterday and I think the day before. I can't remember fully if it didn't rain then, but it has been raining slightly less, and that's good. Some dry periods. So I had to go out walkies to the store last night, and I still have to go out and hit some stores over the next couple days, and I don't know how much longer, because after all, I don't have a vehicle, so I can't carry huge amounts. So yay. But that's life, and I'm still being as careful as possible. And last night, when I went out walkies, I made sure to cross streets, and other people were crossing streets, and when other people didn't, then I made sure to. So lots of social distancing. And when I was at the store, still got the people that are there. They go right up, stand right up in the face of the clerks. And it's like, oh my God. Because whenever I've got people that step up to talk to me, it's I step back. So, yay. But things are supposed to be really, really bad now in the United States, as all the people that were getting it but not showing symptoms start to show and have to flood our healthcare system badly. And then next week, because of the whole exponential and logarithmic thing, it's going to be downright horrific, because we've got mass cases coming in now. So thumbs up for that. I really need to wash my glasses. Oh my gosh, these things are just filthy. I am so lazy this way. They used to be the first couple years that I got my glasses when I was younger. I even remember doing this. Any fleck of dust or anything on there, and I had to get rid of it and clean it. And then after that, it's like, well, if I can still see a little spot of light through them without it being too diffuse that I can't tell, then it's fine. But there's a thumbprint. I can see through it for a little time. It's not quite that bad, but it is. Oh boy, I mean, these are I would have shot myself back in the early days, but that was a long time ago. So I was in either early high school or late middle school when I finally got glasses, and I could see at a distance. It was good being able to see. And there was, once again, I do not imagine that they ever watch anymore, but there is a person from Facebook that actually paid for my prescription and my glasses so I could actually see again, because these things are only like less than a year old, I think. So it's nice being able to see at a distance and up close. Excuse my vocal cords. So definitely a thumbs up. And I would like to thank absolutely everybody who has ever purchased anything for me. I am wearing shoes right now that were purchased for me by a very kind subscriber. And I have the state of the glasses that were purchased for me. A very good thing. Like the shirts here, the inner shirt that I'm wearing. Sent to me by a very kind subscriber. I wear and use absolutely everything that is sent to me. So anybody who does so, it is appreciated to no end. A very good thing. Oh my gosh, I got a whole big old thing going up here still on there. Too bright! I forgot to close all my windows on my web browsers. Usually I even shut my web browsers. This time I had them all just blaring like a spotlight coming out of my monitor there. My sincere apologies. Past that, I haven't really been doing anything at all. Oh, one thing I have had to make a change though because getting used to the idea that caffeine helps me out so much so that I can sleep, without thinking that part through, I had still been taking a 200 milligram caffeine tablet in the morning when I come in here. Caffeine doesn't keep me awake. Caffeine actually makes it so I can sleep. So I've been having a lot of falling asleep problems in the mid to late afternoons here. Other people, when they drink even a strong cup of coffee, might not be able to sleep that night 8 hours later. Me, I take 200 milligrams of caffeine, and as soon as it is in my system, I nod off. So I had massive falling asleep problems yesterday, and hopefully today, because I'm not taking a caffeine tablet now, I won't be having quite as bad of falling asleep issues. I do still drink caffeinated beverages because I have to self-medicate somehow, that it's a stimulant that gets my brain working properly. Hopefully just not so much that I fall asleep. I've always had issues with falling asleep, just taking the great amounts of caffeine, and I fall asleep pretty bad. When I take caffeine at night before going to bed, when I finally head off, I mean, I am barely able to keep my eyes open because I've got so much caffeine in my system. Isn't that bizarre? Oh, ADHD for the win. I remember, actually, one of the few things that I remember as a child, I remember talking and doing things like a child psychologist because they figured I was hyperactive, but I don't remember anything ever coming of it. How things would have changed, but things would have changed in so many ways that I wouldn't have recognized my life if major things like that. I mean, I often think to myself, gosh, if I hadn't become an alcoholic, it would have been so much better, because my body it looks older and is older than my calendar years of 57. Because when you drink, it ages your body. And so, yeah, I look older and I am older calendarically, on the calendar wise, biologically than I am on a calendar, so yay for that. But if I hadn't, I never would have met my wife, and even though that ended poorly on, everybody's part, she died, and I'm still recovering from that. I mean, there's so many things. Life would have changed in unrecognizable ways, so it's hard to say what would have been good. It just all would have been different. Thumbs up for that. Been playing been playing a fair number of video games. I actually beat the game. I was talking about this one. Beat the game My Friend Pedro, which, of course, talking about it again to give you a fresh reminder of what it is, My Friend Pedro takes place in a future dystopia where when you wake up in a beat-up building place, there's a talking banana. And the talking banana gives you clues and tells you what to do and helps you out to gain your memory back as you're making your way through this place and killing lots of bad people until you make it to the end. And then you discover that the big bad person that you're taking out now is your sister, and all the big bad people you've been taking out are your brothers. And when you take out your sister, the banana talks to you and says, okay, I'm only doing this because you asked me to. You said and you told me that your family was so bad and you could not take what your family was doing. And when you put on this mask, it blanked out your memory entirely. And I have been helping you do what you asked me to do. And now I am doing this because I promised you that I would. And then you try to shoot yourself in the head. But there's an E key to resist what the banana is trying to make you do. And if you resist the banana's influence to kill yourself, then you're in the big boss battle, where Pedro, the banana, is once again stressing that he does not hate you. He's only doing what he promised he would do. And then it's a big boss battle. In the first stage, he's just spitting like these bombs at you that come to blow up, and you fire them back at him. In the next stage is a big, horrific, rotting-looking, half-disgusting banana thing, and he's got some pistols that he's firing at you, as well as spitting bombs. And if you take out Pedro at that point, it shows you standing back up, looking out over the city from behind, and then you take off the mask, and when you turn around, it is a blank, banana-like face. And then it goes into the credits. So it's like, well, did Pedro win by taking you over? Were you always Pedro? Were you a banana? Were you always a banana? What happened? What's going on? But past that, it was an absolutely freaking awesome game. The things that you can do are absolutely astonishing. It goes out of its way to make you feel like a total badass, and it works. It is a freaking awesome and funny game. Very, very well done. Just bizarre as all get out. One of the very few games I've actually finished. Most games, when I play them, the closer I get to the end, the less I play them, because the game is enjoyable. But when you win, when you finish, it's done. It's over. You're not going to have that enjoyable feeling anymore because it's done. So the closer I get to the end, the less I play until finally I stop. And that way the game is never over because I just stop until I forget enough. And then a year, 2 years, 3 years later, I go back and play it again and enjoy it. And it's awesome until I start getting closer to the end. Then I slow down until I stop, because when you finish it, it's done. So if you don't finish them, they're never done. So now, am I ever going to go back and play my friend Pedro? No. I mean, I might, just for giggles, because as you play, you also... Oh, my nose itches now, so I touch my face. As you play, you unlock cheats so that you have all the guns to start with. You have infinite bullet time and such like that. So when you're playing, it doesn't even matter if you're playing on the hardest level, you're just a god to start with. And that's entertaining, but they're extremely linear levels with largely only one way to get through them, and you're trying to figure out the way to get through it. So once you have gotten through it, you're through it. There's not really anything to discover anymore except, can I do it faster? Because it grades you when you finish a level. You can get a C or a B or an A. Not a whole lot left to go back and play. Glad I played it, but oh my gosh. I don't know why my nose itches so much when I started talking on camera, but goodness gracious. But now that it's all done, it's done, so thumbs up for that. I can't remember if I talked about this, and I want to talk about it in greater length one day. Back when I used to read books from the library when I was a very, very young child, like 14 and 15, a lot of the books I read were science fiction anthologies that were edited by this one fellow, Groff Conklin. And now, I mean, he died in 1968, so whoever remembers his books? I do remember I talked about it a bit, but still, there are so many little things like that from my past where they're the further back you go into your youth, especially the older you get, of course, the less relatable they become to everybody else. Because who knows the name Groff Conklin anymore? That's a bit of history, a bit of time that is out of route now because there's nobody to talk about it with any longer. Thumbs up. And of course, coming over to this camera, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. You took the time, you expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and of course it is a range of 20 to 25, because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my brain, oy vey. So okie dokie, here we go, and back to being semi-centered. Call up my Chrome. Now somebody uploaded part of my TikTok reaction to Lil Peep onto, so it's kind of exploded on TikTok, and so people have come in to watch it. I've got a lot of TikToker watcher people that have been watching my full Lil Peep reaction, so I'm going to be thanking a lot of people that'll likely never even know that it happens, but still, it does occur. So we have Hi, thank you very, very much, and Viper Z Cool, thank you very, very much. Game Dev YouTube 3.0, greatly appreciated. Clout Gods, thumbs up and thank you. Playboy Pete, thumbs up. Matthew Smith, greatly appreciated. We have PewDiePoo 1. Thumbs up. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. F in the chat, thumbs up and thank you. Miku Cool Mix, thumbs up. Vanny111, greatly appreciated. Daniela Herrera, thumbs up. And we have Brooklyn Smith, thumbs up. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you in the comments. And oof, cramps suck. Cordless, greatly appreciated. Yalla Habibi, thumbs up and thank you. We have Kai Smithley, greatly appreciated. Grissom Sabine, thank you very much. Land Creatures YT, thumbs up and thank you. We have Just Wait, greatly appreciated. Lincoln LNDB, thumbs up, thank you. We have, let's see, there is Eric A. I can't even remember which one. Did I do this one? Or, well, maybe it's 26 now. Eric A4, thumbs up. Tom Cocker, greatly appreciated. Ava Bowling, thumbs up and thank you. We have Axe, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Wolfie Flea, second channel. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, making sure I'm still centered, out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you so much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated, definitely. If you could, excuse me, check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you wanted to help me out but didn't want to send money there, I have a PayPal link down below if you could check that out. And if you wanted to help support me but didn't want to send money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, son of a gun, I have this video I need to record and edit and render a video for the afternoon on this channel. I have a game video for my game channel, so hopefully you could click the link and check that out if you're into watching games. If you're not, then that would bore you. I wouldn't even check it out if you're not. So, but if you are, hey, thumbs up for that. So, I'm going to keep on trying to be creative as best I can in the midst of the fight or flight. And then, of course, we have our parasympathetic with the feed or something else. I can't remember what the actual feed or flee, something like that. There's two different autonomic portions of our systems that are at bay with our minds and all that. So right now, at bay, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Definitely do as best you can and be safe. Things are really going to be skyrocketing into the horrific areas here in the U.S. So, thumbs up.